Hey everyone. Today we're going to be playing Orbrix, the demo. Let's get into it. Interesting. So it has like a very monochrome style to it so far. And we already had a game over, so it is seemingly a bit challenging, and you have to pay to restart. So I have $30. It's going to be $9 to restart, but I do have upgrades. If I do bullet damage. Okay, so my cash went down to $10, and the amount to restart also lowered. See? So it's not letting me click all the time, which I think is where it's also making it more challenging to stay alive, is that there is actually I think a cooldown. You have to wait for this hexagon to fully fill up before you can actually shoot again. So nice, we have an auto fire feature. That will definitely be handy. Maybe I had to pull it. So I am kind of liking this simple art style that they have going on right now. These cubes actually seem to be... I think they're coming out in waves, because they're kind of making these circles around. Like, they're not randomly distributed. Like, this one seems to be kind of at a halfway point. But for the most part, they seem to be kind of all staggered at the same amount. So, like, as they're spawning, they seem to have, like, a... Oh, yeah, definitely let's get auto fire on. Cool. Alright. So that's working. It's also a nice feature to see kind of the graying. It does make it a little bit more interesting. Just having the extra bounces and things are engaging. At least more engaging than I was expecting from like a black and white game. Okay. So I think what's happening is that they're getting more health every time. I'll definitely get some reload. They're getting more health every time they spawn, I think is what's happening. Yeah, because right now we're able to like one-shot some of these early boxes, but as we were dying there, it was taking multiple hits. I'll definitely add some damage. That seems to make sense. Check out what else is in. Okay, that's locked. Some settings. What does high graphics do? Low graphics. I don't think I'm noticing a difference right now between those. Okay. Credits. Alright. Okay, and X just basically lets me see more of the screen without this here. Do some more damage. Seems to be a standard sort of incremental style game. Keep doing damage. That seems to be the limiting factor right now, is that I'm just not pumping out enough damage to keep going. They also have like an interesting kind of background music to it. making me think of like, okay, there's a boss. All right. The background music is definitely making me think of like Game Boy games or something like that. Maybe older Nintendo games. So this boss is the only colored one right now. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Yeah. Oh, there's an auto restart, which would be nice as well to kind of fully automate this process. I do like when incremental games allow you to automate more and more of the system that you're doing, so you can spend less time clicking on things. Restarting isn't the end of the world, but maybe that means they're expecting us to die pretty quickly throughout this, such that it becomes an annoyance to keep restarting. But I think it takes about a minute or two, maybe 3, to get to the point where you die. Maybe it's exponential on the health. Yeah, I also like the little effects that are happening. Like there's some trails behind the bullets. Are nice. And the boss spawning, that was pretty cool. I wasn't ready for that. They have like a kind of like a particle spray that occurs. How do we know when a boss is gonna come? Oh, I see. Over here, there's a boss counter that exists. Okay, so... Okay, boss incoming happens the moment I fill that up. Yeah, I get that little particle spray. Also, the boss's outline color changes. I guess that's just to make it more obvious that it exists. Can I... Why am I not targeting the boss? Okay, that was actually pretty easy. Once you targeted him. Okay, this unlocked. Okay, we got some upgrades. Some things are locked here. Light first. Satellites now slow down bricks in contact. Okay, so that's this. Shot patterns. 10 bullets and 5 fire rate upgrades. Shoots bullets rapidly hitting bricks in all directions, can be toggled on-off. Okay. Shoots bullets all at once in a shotgun spread. Can be toggled on-off. Really. Okay. That seems interesting. What else we got here? Elemental bullets. So, amongst the bomb bullets. What is a power brick? Getting distracted. There's a lot of moving things right now. Power bricks will spawn randomly. When destroyed, they will trigger one of 6 elemental attacks, hurting nearby bricks. They are very colorful. One of 6 elemental bricks. Okay, so those are these. So there's a bomb, scatter bullets, then we have electric bullets, snaps horizontal, acid, guessing freezing, ice, laser. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with power bricks, just because being able to try them all out. That seemed to be the electric. This is poison, so poison spreads, which is kind of cool. That seemed to be more powerful than electric, at least that initial one. So at least we can try the power-ups before we maybe commit to a particular version of it. Freezing pretty good. Also, I think that was a bomb over here. The splash of color is nice. I feel like it makes you appreciate the color a lot more because it's so, like, monochrome right now. Like, even the menus, like, this is the only menu that has some color in it. And so it really grabs your attention, whereas, like, even these are all, like, black and white. is interesting. Yeah, didn't that one upgrade say I needed so many power-ups to unlock? Have 10 bullets and 5 fire rate upgrades. Have 10 bullets and maxed fire rate. Okay, so there's a max fire rate that exists. Alright, we get a head start. Does this add money for a head start? What does a head start mean? Skill points, 2,000. Brick reward, okay. That definitely looks worth getting. Usually this is where you start to, like, kind of exponentially grow in incremental games. Especially once we're destroying bricks faster and faster, but they still all give me $1 every time I destroy a brick, even though they're getting harder and harder to destroy. So this brick value is definitely going to be nice. So I'm going to wait to get that. Here we go. Interesting question mark. Does that mean I have to like unlock something else first before I get it? Because brick reward seems like that would be, usually in incremental games, this is the type of thing that you want to go for. So like I'll probably be leaning into this reward just because being able to get more money every time I destroy a brick seems very valuable, especially since then I can keep restarting. Yeah, was it reload speed or fire rate? I think they said fire rate. Next, fire rate, yeah. Okay. What's the difference between fire rate and reload speed? So reload is clearly the cooldown on the centerpiece for you actually firing. So maybe fire rate is the individual bullets, because there's kind of like a delay every time you shoot one out, so maybe that's the difference between these. Okay, I'm definitely gonna get a head start, because I want to see what that does. I'm kind of hoping, sometimes in incremental games, this gives you like starting cash, so maybe that's what this is for. Right, definitely starting to get harder to hold on. Another boss. So it doesn't seem to be attacking them. Okay, that was interesting. It by default does not appear to target the bosses for some reason. I did not start at 450 cash. That was kind of what I was hoping was gonna happen. Because then I would have really, between that and like brick rewards, it probably would have been very easy to start moving along to get a lot more cash in general. I'm going to see if I can hold on. Question mark. Interesting. Do I have to unlock something first, or do I just need to like save up enough cash? I'll try saving, maybe, but I do see 1,000 and 2,000 as an option. So how much would I really need to be able to unlock this? Did it just get harder? For some reason, they're getting pretty close to the center and a boss hasn't even spawned yet. Oh, I see. Okay, I think I know why they're drawing so much attention to these sides. I think you're supposed to hit the corner. Yeah, so I think on this flat side... Oh, nice. I was able to do that. 600. Okay, maybe I needed to wait to beat that boss. Maybe that's why it didn't let me do more than that. but I think I have to hit the bosses on the colored edges that are kind of highlighting. Maybe that's why they are drawing so much attention to it, is because they are showing that you need to pay attention to those sides. So that's why it's not shooting it right away. Poison seems to be pretty strong. Being able to like spread like that is pretty handy. Freezing is also pretty noticeable, obviously just from like staying alive perspective. And now I almost have like this solid ring around me. I might get auto restart. Are there any other autos? No. Sometimes games also get you like a auto upgrade option. So that way they just like start buying the cheapest upgrade, for instance. Okay, so it restarts. I think that was a bomb. Bombs seem pretty good as well so far. Yeah, this electricity seems not as good as the other ones that we've seen. So we've seen, what options are there? There's the bomb, scatter, that's what orange is. Okay, scatter, not terrible. Scatter also might be good for the bosses because they might be able to spawn from the sides and things like that. What's purple again? I think that was lasers. That's some more damage and stuff. It's really coming slow to progress here. Okay. I don't know if I love lasers either. They made like an X shape. Freezing is pretty obvious to me as seemingly good. At least it's giving me kind of a longer life, but some type of stun or crowd control type mechanic doesn't seem to be as useful in these games. I still don't know what Head Start does. So I don't think I'm going to buy that again. Let's go for bullet damage. Bullet. We have the satellite round damage in the center. Damage bricks. So the thing that I'm a little bit worried about this orbit thing is I don't have an upgrade, or maybe I will unlock an upgrade for it. Whereas things that do damage, one, seem to make the most sense in these kinds of games, because you are usually trying to make as much cash as possible, regardless of the mechanic that you have for it. Like whether you're selling lemonade or you're destroying bricks. In incremental games, usually like resource generation is key. And so I actually don't know how far out the orbit would be. So if it ends up being close to here, right now it would be completely useless. And I'm not sure whether it works off of any of these upgrades that I'm buying. So having something that scales a little bit better might be nice. Lasers. I am interested in these shot pattern things, but I need to max out other stuff first, and I don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon. These are down by 0.1. It could be, actually. Maybe it's not that far off, as I think. It's a little hard to tell if that was any faster, because it's already pretty fast. It's been a while since I've hit a boss. Definitely gonna do some more damage. So I think freezing is out for that reason. It's just going to slow things down. I think satellite, I'm not sure what that means. Electric, shot has a 10% chance to electrify. You have a random bullet type. Okay, that's interesting. Scatter amount. Random bullet type. I wonder if that means like other elements? What are other bullet types? Each shot has a 10% chance to be of scatter type. Oh, unlocking an element raises cost of other elements. So maybe it's forcing you to kind of like pick one element. Explosion radius, more explosions, random ability. Kind of interested in the random ability. Jump to more neighbors. Okay, so that's why this one is kind of not good, is it only goes to 3 right now. Neighbors. But maybe if you stack it up, it could become pretty good. Okay. Poison damage. Duration. Spread. So this one says 1 neighbor or 1 or 2 neighbors, but we've been seeing it. It kind of like keeps jumping. So that seems to be way more than electric. If freezing could do damage or like increase damage, increase time spent, spread to neighbors. Okay, this is increasing how many. So I don't think I want that. If it did damage in any way or even made it like vulnerable or something, I would have been interested because it does seem to have quite a large impact range. Lasers on contact. Duration of laser. And an additional perpendicular laser. Max upgrades will make an X shape. Doesn't it already make an X shape? What does that mean? I think I'm gonna go for scatter, just because I'm interested in this randomness component. Okay, that's pretty cool. So I'm getting a lot of these orange ones now, once I got that upgrade, actually. So that's actually pretty cool. How do they determine when they turn orange or not? Let me read that again. Unlock scatter bullets, which will infect bricks on contact. If infected bricks will release bullets on death. Each shot has a 10% chance to be of scatter type. I see. So you make these orange bullets. Yeah, we saw it right there. Those bullets, when they touch a block, turn them into basically like a ticking time bomb waiting to release on it. An explosion of the scatter shot ones. It seems pretty good so far. Yeah, why not? Let's add some more bullets. Yeah, I think brick rewards are probably locked behind the next boss. So I think that's what happened. The moment I beat the last boss, this question mark went away. I'll go with reload speed. Yeah, see, these poison ones also seem to be pretty good. But I'm very interested in what random does from scatter. Because, like, will that allow me to kind of, like, trigger a bunch of different effects? Because that might be an interesting mechanic, if so. Yeah, I'll keep doing reload speed. since it does like a flat decrease by 0.1 seconds, this should actually make it kind of exponential. Because I think it started at 2 seconds, so like 0.1 of a second is like 5%. And once we hit 1 second, it'll become like 10%. So actually like the effectiveness of reload speed seems to be increasing, whereas like the adding bullets and bullet damage, I would guess are actually becoming less effective over time. Because the percentage increase is reducing. So like when you have 10 bullets, adding 1 is like a 10% increase, but at 20 bullets, it's a 5%. So they're doing like the exact opposite. So I think I'm going to keep doing reload speed for right now. Yeah, this boss seems hard because you can't hit it from either of these sides. This might be something where like trying to angle it. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to win that. Trying to angle it might be useful. And that's maybe why they have this kind of guide right now, is to show you where it might ricochet. So you can use this for maybe targeting behind the boss, since you can't just like hit it head on. What else do I have here? 2000 also seems very doable. How much do I need for this random? Okay, so I think these used to be 1 point, so now they all kind of increased. But I think the augmenting upgrades, are these also 2? Interesting, I thought these were 1 before. So maybe it's based off of how much it cost when you unlocked that element. So maybe it's kind of forcing a specialization. So I might wait to see if I can either get some more reload speed, maybe fire rate, and the skill point. So, how many bullets do I have? Let me go to get... I'm going to get these up to 20. I think that'll just make it an even number, and then I'll probably do fire rate first. That should open up that unlock that was in the skill tree, or whatever that was. And we'll also probably make it a clear win to do fire rate, likely. So I'll probably get both of these to 20 just to even it out. And we're like demolishing everything on screen right now. For me, even though I'm not clicking, it is kind of fun to it's just kind of zen to just like watch it bounce around and do what it's doing. And I'm really appreciating the like pops of color. I think it's really, yeah, even just this, like the freezing, kind of giving them some space and like mixing up the distance between the waves. Like these simple mechanics seem to actually be making it visually much more interesting, even though arguably it's just like 2 hexagons, some circles, and some squares. Like it's actually quite interesting. Let me know what you guys think in the comments if you're finding it as engaging to watch this, especially with all these colors and bouncing, or not. Okay. Let's see if I can... I'm probably gonna have to clear up some space around it. Maybe try something like that. I do also like... Okay, I might have to go this way. I do like that this feature has become useful again, of being able to like target where you're going. Yeah, let me go that way. Oh, it's too close now. Don't think that's gonna work. Yeah, I'm probably losing this right now. That is a hard mechanic, not being able to hit it head on. So it feels somewhat like luck. I was trying to use the guide to try to hit it from the back, but because it's moving towards you, like, you sort of clip and things show up behind it. It's taking me a little bit longer to hit 20 damage and 20 bullets than I had anticipated, but once I'm there, I'll start investing in the speed. Yeah, let me see, actually. Since I get enough, even just like the 2 upgrades themselves, I could probably get the skill point first, so I might do that to get the upgrade and just see what randomness does. The laser seems less effective, especially because it's probably based off of how many squares are on the screen. So it might get better as you kind of get more and more crowded. But when there isn't that many things there, it doesn't seem all that useful. Yeah, so, like, we're already almost at 2,000, so it's definitely worth waiting for. We'll definitely get that in before the boss comes. I like how the scatter shot seems to be kind of infecting a good amount of the screen, and then they kind of go out and kill things. Alright, let's do it. I want to try... What's this one again? Out of bullets. Okay, that seems also very useful, but I'm going to do... Wow, only 0.1%? This must be pretty strong. I'm going to try it out. I want to see what random does. Okay, so is it creating lasers? Because that was a lot of lasers all at once. I don't think we've ever had that many. Oh yeah, so there's like a freezing ball. See if I can. Yeah, it seems to be like the exact worst. I'm not getting a great angle to the boss from behind. Yeah, see, as soon as like I get one, it starts clipping a corner. Next skill point is 5,000. Oh yeah, there's a green ball now, so that might be like a poison one. But I want to wait for another skill point or just kind of close out this bullet damage and stuff. I think I'm gonna do it, because I think I'll do bullet damage, then go for the reload speeds, and then maybe that skill point. So I'm kind of interested in these upgrades, this shooting pattern one, shotgun, maybe cyclone would even be better. But that just seems like a convenient option, especially being able to shoot in different ways might be useful for targeting those bosses. What would you guys be upgrading right now? I feel like I guess there is some choice here for damage and what we are focused in on. I wonder if there's even a cap for damage or bullets, kind of like they're doing for bricks. Did I ever figure out what Head Start does? I'm not sure if I did. Yeah, those lasers. It's actually much cooler to have the lasers from, I think, the randomness of the scatter shot than it seems to have, like, the actual laser. Yeah, see, like, they're going all over the place. Maybe what if I just like... Maybe let's try like shooting... Trick shot maybe? Yeah, it's so hard, it keeps moving because of the... Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work at all. Oh, the bosses can be poisoned. That could be very strong if we had gone with poison. Just not sure what upgrade is actually going to help me with this boss, since it only has one side and it's like the back of the boss. Also, what are they going to do after this? Like, it seems like that would be the maximum you could do for a boss is have one side be hit, unless... Since poison hits it, maybe they do zero sides and they just like force you to go down the poison path to kill the bosses. But maybe just having more bullets and stuff going around might be useful, so I think once I have this upgrade, I'm going to go into the fire rate. So I think now that I have 20 and 20, even though it's true once you pass like 10, just... little OCD, I guess, want to have like a nice even number. I'll probably start upgrading in the reload and firing rate just to kind of increase my total DPS, I guess, my overall damage output. See if that helps me clear the boss. Just like a spray and pray type situation. Yeah, what else could you do after you have a square only be vulnerable from one side, and it's like the opposite side? That's basically it. I don't know what else they'll do. Maybe they'll restart at 4 sides, but be like much sturdier, so they take way more damage, or maybe they're faster or something. I'm not really feeling that much stronger, though I think the board might be a little clearer than it was previously. I'm just gonna let it do its thing, because I don't think I was helping it at all when I was trying to target. fire rate. Now it's targeting it. Or maybe it was targeting what was behind it. Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah, still not doing it. Oh, you know what? I think head start is this number, sort of like your accumulation to the boss. Because we just reloaded and there's no way we got 600. And I think I saw it at 500 or so, so it was likely starting me at 450. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, because you earn money off of these early ones. I'm not sure, I'm a little conflicted. But I guess the boxes do get more health over time. Does that mean the boss has more health because it spawned later? Will that make it easier? Not sure. I'm gonna keep going into reload speed and fire rate just to like increase damage and see if that does anything, and if we're still not able to beat that boss, I might try the head start. Maybe that effectively reduces boss health. And you can even create these like bomb bullets from the scatter, which is fun. This seems like way more fun to get this one than the other elements, because now I have basically every element from the scatter ball. So if I'm right, fire rate should be worth basically double reload speed. So I'm gonna get this past reload speed, or 2x the price of the reload speed upgrade. I don't think I'm gonna do bullet damage or adding bullets anymore. I'm not sure if that's helpful, since it's like diminishing returns. $5,000 for the skill point. We're getting pretty high up there actually in the price of these upgrades. It might be worth doing another one soon. Okay. So I've done some upgrades. Am I going to be any better at beating this boss right now? This seems to be hitting it. Let me... yeah, maybe see if I can do this a couple times before. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Well, that time I got a good angle from it, but also could be because of the fire rate that I was able to hit it enough. We get another skill shot. Skill point. Scatter amount. Yeah, I can't do those yet. I think I'm gonna do... I think I'll do that. Does the randomness chance for child bullets to be of a random bullet type? Yeah, I think that's child, so I think that means the ones that are spawned. For a second, I was not sure if that was actually going to help or not. Brick reward for sure. Oh, I just noticed that there's a crit. I don't know. Actually, might have been nice to have an upgrade for like crit chance or crit damage or something like that. Okay, so there's 2 bosses now. That's how they're gonna make it more challenging. So not only do you have to hit one from behind, you have to hit both. I think somewhere like this is probably gonna hit. See if I can do this tactic again. I don't think I'm going to be able to beat both of these. Oh, wow. Just as I was saying that. Definitely brick reward, obviously. I have 2 points. I want to get one of these other things. Better ball. I think I do want to do this. This seems to be working. And did these other ones get more expensive again? Okay, no. So it seems like they get more expensive once you get the first element, or maybe every time you unlock an element. So it does seem like it does force you to specialize a little bit, but it doesn't seem like you're kind of locked in. Reload speed is also way cheaper than fire rate for some reason. Maybe because those upgrades are really powerful? I am liking the scatter shot though, because now like there's so many things that seem to be happening all at once. Like, you seem to have control over, like, all of the elements, basically. Since this is only adding 100, I might just finish reload speed first, and then go back to fire rate. The skill point would probably be cheaper than finishing reload speed. I'll maybe do reload speed one more time, because I think the math is that when you restart, you lose 1/3 of the cash you have kind of like in the bank. So if I can do like one more of these before this... Oh, it's about to hit the end, actually. This isn't another boss. $2,000? Did I exceed the end? What does that mean? Yeah, 2,000, 2250. Definitely higher than that number. Oh, I think it's ending right now. We don't have any more waves. I see. Okay. So this is the end of the demo. Wow, that was actually almost an hour. That felt kind of fast. I don't know how slow it was for you guys, but it was interesting. Asking to wishlist it. Oh, I see. So restart starts all the way from the beginning. So we'll just go back to this credits, show this. Go to the credits here. Made in Godot. That's cool. So this was an interesting game. I thought it was pretty fun. It's a little disappointing that you're not able to really test out. I feel like I was only able to test out like one element, really. And I wasn't even able to unlock those other upgrades. I probably need to play it again and just like hyper focus in on getting those upgrades before I try out some of those other ones. But I thought it was pretty fun. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you thought about this game in the comments below.